Hello and welcome again to Happiness Online Math. We have an exponent math problem on the board. Let us go ahead and solve for the value of t. Solution. So we have t raised to the power half minus t raised to the power 1 over 3 equals 4. So now we need to try and change the powers into whole numbers. And to do that, we're going to represent our t as x raised to the power 6. So 2 times 3 would be 6. That way, if we cancel out, we'll be able to get whole numbers. Okay? So let t equals x raised to the power 6. So then we have x raised to the power 6 dot 1 over 2 minus x raised to the power 6 times 1 over 3 equals 4. 2 cancels here. We have 3. 3 here is 2. So now we have x raised to the power 3 minus x raised to the power 2 equals 4. Now we can move this 4 over to the left-hand side. So we have x3 minus x squared minus 4 equals 0. Now let's rewrite 4 in such a way that we can raise the numbers to the powers of 3 and 2. So we know that 4 is the same thing as 8 minus 4. Okay? So now we have x raised to the power 3 minus x raised to the power 2 minus 8 minus 4 equals 0. Right? So if we open up the brackets, we have x3 minus x squared minus 8 plus 4 equals 0. Now, 8 is the same thing as 2 raised to the power 3, and 4 is the same thing as 2 raised to the power 2. So now the powers look like what we have for the x's as well. So we have x3 minus x2 minus 2 raised to the power 3 plus 2 raised to the power 2 equals 0. So let's collect the like powers. We have minus x squared plus 2 raised to the power 2 equals 0. Now, let's rewrite this properly. This becomes minus x squared minus 2 squared equals 0. So now this is in the form of a3 minus b3, which is a minus b into a squared plus b squared plus ab. And then a squared minus b squared. So the x squared minus 2 squared is in the form of a squared minus b squared. And this is equal to a minus b and a plus b. Okay, so for the powers raised to power 3, our a is equal to x and our b is equal to 2. And for the power raised to power 2, the power raised to 2, our a is equal to x and our b is equal to 2. Okay, so let us just substitute the values of a's and b's into the equation. So now we have x minus 2 into x squared plus 2 squared plus 2x minus x squared minus 2 squared becomes x minus 2 x plus 2. So that's going to be a big bracket equals 0. Now we see x minus 2 are like terms. We can factor x minus 2 out. So this becomes x minus 2 into x squared plus 2 squared is 4 plus 2x minus x plus 2 equals 0. So we have x minus 2 bracket x squared plus 4 plus 2x minus x minus 2 equals 0. So this becomes x squared. 2x minus x will give us plus x. 4 minus 2 will give us positive 2 equals 0. So now we have two equations, right? So we have x minus 2 equals 0. And then we have, so that's equation 1. And then we have x squared plus x plus 2 equals 0, equation 2. So for the first one, x minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 2. That's our first solution. So let's go to the second solution. We have x squared plus x plus 2 equals 0. Now this is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, where our a is equal to 1, b is equal to 1, and c is equal to 2. So our quadratic formula states that our x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So x is equal to minus 1 plus or minus 1 squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? So this is equal to minus 1 plus or minus 1 minus 4 times 2 is 8 divided by 2. So x is equal to minus 1 plus or minus square root of minus 7 divided by 2. If we open the root of minus 7 up, becomes root of minus 1 and root of 7, all divided by 2. Now we know that I squared is equal to minus 1. So I is equal to the square root of minus 1. So anywhere we see the root of minus 1, we replace it with I, the imaginary number. So this becomes minus 1 plus or minus I root 7 divided by 2. So x2 becomes minus 1 plus I root 7 divided by 2. And x3 becomes minus 1 minus I root 7 divided by 2. Now, so these are the three answers that we have. We have that x1 is equal to 2. x2 is minus 1 plus I root 7 divided by 2. And x3 is equal to minus 1 minus I root 7 divided by 2. Now, we need to verify our answer to see if it is actually correct. So to verify, we're going to plug the real value of x into our question. Now, remember we said our t is equal to x raised to power 6, right? Now, x is equal to 2. So t is equal to 2 raised to power 6, which is equal to 64. So now back to the question. It says t raised to the power half minus t raised to the power 1 over 3 is equal to 4. So let's just make sure that that is our question. Half and 1 over 3. Okay. So half and 1 over 3. So our t is 64, right? Which is 2 raised to the power 6. So we have 2 raised to the power 6 times 1 over 2 minus 2 raised to the power 6 times 1 over 3. We're trying to see if that's going to be equal to 4. That way, if it is, then we know the value of x, which is 2, then it's correct. Okay, so divide through, this becomes 3. Divide through, this becomes 2. So we have 2 raised to the power 3 minus 2 raised to the power 2. See if that's going to be equal to 4. 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. 2 raised to the power 2 is 4. So now we see that 4 is equal to 4. That means our left-hand side is equal to our right-hand side. So our value of x, our value of x, which is 2, and the value of t, which is 64, are correct. Okay, so go through the steps if you're confused in any way, and see how this was solved. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video. Take care and bye-bye.